Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45. This is the DOD45 Show, drawing over discussions 45 minutes with a special guest. Welcome. I'm your host and resident artist, Tai of ArtByTai, and with my co-host, Adrienne and Tai, we're having conversations with people who I admire and am inspired by. On this episode, I'll set a 45-minute timer, put my pen to the paper, and we'll learn about our guest through an interview-style discussion. So stay right here with us to experience some laughs and maybe even learn a thing or two. DOD45. Hello, ghouls, ghosts, humans, earthlings.
People of Earth, how are you?
How are you? Hello, my fellow person in the Sage chat, Adrienne.
Yo, Adrienne, we did it.
We did it. We did it. We made it. It's Halloween. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Uh-oh. What are you? Oh, my God. Are you being me? Is that what you're supposed to be? You did.
Hold on. Let me get something.
Uh-oh.
Got my IPA.
I don't know what.
My lemon juice.
Oh my God. You are making fun of me? You're being me. What else?
A little beetroot
Some
juice.
beetroot juice? Yeah, okay.
My giant mug
Well, you had a mug to drink from this whole time.
with my bedtime tea. Protein bar. Hold on.
Oh my gosh.
Do I sound like you?
No. Well, I don't know. But for people that are just listening, Adrienne's.
I just got this vinyl in the mail today.
Whose vinyl is that? An MF Doom. Adrienne's got a backpack full of stuff that I use.
Oh, hold on.
She's dressed up as me.
Let me light this real quick.
Boy, so it turns out all these things that Adrienne's doing, it's pretty good. It's pretty on point. Though I don't drink IPAs as much anymore.
But just
What
in
else?
case I might need to change my hat.
Oh my God. A beanie?
There we go.
Sweet. Looks good.
My head's getting cold.
This is
Do you need to use if you need a
bandana?
wipe?
Okay. Thanks.
Let me just put this in my pocket.
I can't tell if she's making fun of me or not, but these are all things
Lastly,
that I definitely do. Uh-oh, what is it? You gonna do some drawing?
my signature pen.
Yeah. You are Tai. Well, that was cute. Weird, but
That's not weird. I'm being you.
I know. Yeah. Yeah.
Uh-oh.
It'll get hot.
I've
Wait.
got problems again.
If you're going to be me, wait till your pinky starts hurting.
I forgot I was gonna break my finger.
You should have broke your finger. Well, there you go, everybody. There's the intro. Adrienne
Oh, I better put that hat
Adrienne is dressed up as me for Halloween. If you don't know, I'm dressed up as her. I'm Beetlejuice. Our daughter Nale did the makeup. She did a pretty good job,
She
huh?
did a good job. Yep. You got a little moss on you.
Yeah. I'm a cloaks Beetlejuice.
Cloaked Beetlejuice.
Yeah. Well, there you go. Welcome, everybody. It's Halloween. Welcome to the DOD45 Show, where you get to watch me draw while we have a discussion with our special guest. That's cool, Adrienne. I like it. It was funny. Thanks for joining us.
I don't have any room.
Our guest tonight is Awol One. Woo!
Woohoo!
Underneath the pale moonlight, eerie whispers fill the air. I
Back AWOL.
Welcome back, Awol. And this is our Halloween episode. So that's exciting. It's on the eve of Halloween. Tomorrow is actually Halloween.
My shirt.
Your Namdi shirt. Awol has a new album, a new Halloween out. New Halloween out? He has a new Halloween album out. It's called The Seventh is Made Up of Phantoms. It is, you can't even, Adrian's trying to stir the...
I'm being you.
but you're
You
not
can't
stirring
even
it
be
right.
Beetlejuice.
I guess I can. It looks weird. But yes, so Awol's new album is called The Seventh, Made Up of Phantoms. It is really, really, really good. And it came out on October 1st, so it's October 30th. You've had 29 days to really get your ears around it. If you haven't heard it yet, I don't know what the hell you're waiting for. Maybe you're waiting to listen to it on actual Halloween, but don't wait any longer. Get right into it. It's so good.
Yeah, as we record this, it just actually came out today, and I listened, and when I was cleaning the Airbnb and my headphones, can you hear me? I'm so far from the mic, so you can see my shirt. You hear me?
Yeah, that.
And it was good.
Yeah.
It's really good. There was a lot of there were several songs on there that I hadn't heard yet.
The Rosemary's Epitaph. That's who is credited. It's Awol One and Rosemary's Epitaph, and they just sound so great together. Awol is no stranger to making Halloween albums. All the stuff he makes so good. But we'll get into him a little bit later. Also, Slughead. That's our band, our kids' band, our daughter Nala and our son Soul. They have a new Halloween album out, and it's called This Album Is Haunted. That came out on October 1st. You've also had 29 days to listen to that one. And I really hope that you have all gone out there and listened to it. I know it may seem like, oh, I'm just being stage dad. Check out my kids' work. But it's cool music. It's really in fact, I made a playlist of just our kids' album, so Slughead's album and Awol's album. And they kind of weave in and out of each other when you're playing it like shuffle. You wouldn't know who's, I mean... Well, listen.
They're both themed around Halloween.
Yeah,
so
and they have this. Our kids make really experimental kind of music, and I don't think it's a bad thing to say that Awol One makes experimental music, alternative kind of hip hop. So anyway, yeah. So there you go. Mopes also, he has a new album, a new Halloween album out. It should be out by now. It's called Deadobrook. It has a cut on there with the Cloaks, and that song is called Blood Brothers.
Well, I was bit in a different way. I could walk by the night or the light of day, and it feels familiar. But I don't have a familiar. I have a brand new thirst for flesh, and a moonlight death, and a moonlight quest. Brand new fangs, and hair on my chest.
What day did that come out on? Do we know?
So we don't know exactly yet, but it's supposed to come out before Halloween. So, as Adrienne mentioned, we're recording this on earlier in the month. Halloween is obviously the best holiday ever. I don't know if anyone can dispute that. You can go ahead and try, but it is really the best holiday ever, especially for adults that want to have fun. Hopefully you're enjoying my Inktober posts. So I decided to do Inktibers, and the theme for my Inktober this year is called Burton's Balloons. They're all Tim Burton characters as balloons, and I'll give credit to Adrienne. That was her idea to make them balloons, though she thought I was asking for concepts for the drawing that I'm doing for Awol One. Though my whole thought of I'm gonna do Inktober this year was based off of when I was conceptualizing this drawing that I'm gonna be doing for Awol One today. While I was coming up with the drawing, I was getting inspired. So thanks to Awol One for that. Quick shout out to some of our affiliates: Underground Sound Magazine, Handsmade Collective, obviously Speakerface, that's Awol One, Grow Haven, and of course Strange Famous Records, plus a bunch of others, Hob Sauce, a bunch of others that I can't name them all, but I do like to give a shout out to them right off the bat, so they know we're thinking of them. Adrienne, do you have anything you want to say? Do I have to call you by your character name? I know you're not going to call me
You can call me
Beetlejuice.
Tai.
It'll be just as awkward as you calling me Tai.
Sorry. Oh no. You can call me whatever you want to call me.
But did you have anything you want to say?
No.
Okay.
Well, yeah, I do. I've lived about 6 days within the last 30 hours.
Uh-huh.
That's all.
You've done 6 days worth of...
Everything. Boy. It's been a go.
Well, let's talk Halloween.
Okay. I looked over your questions, and I might
That's okay. I'm not
going
to do any of them.
Okay.
Did you know that candy corn was? Do you know when candy corn was first manufactured?
My guess would be when they started developing corn syrup.
Take a guess. To give me a year.
Okay, so Depression's like the 30s, so I'd say 42.
1942?
Yeah.
Well, actually, candy corn was first manufactured in the 1880s. Oh. And every year it ranks as America's least favorite candy. Yet
I still love it. And I really like the ones that are shaped as pumpkins.
Well,
I don't like the chocolate
ooh,
ones.
those ones, the ones shaped like pumpkins are too much. It's too much sugar. Oh, I want to itch so bad. But I'll itch my face makeup right off. Here's a question for you. Halloween party or Halloween movie marathon?
Oh, party.
Yeah. That was quick. You didn't even have to finish the question. You already knew.
I don't like getting scared.
Well, what's your favorite Halloween costume as a kid?
Well, since I only remember one.
What was it?
My cousins dressed me up as Pippi Longstocking. I swear I told you this on a different episode of Halloween, but yeah, they had like a trunk full of, my brother Sky.
Yeah.
So his grandparents had this trunk full of all these kids' costumes because they had those kids were about 8 years older than us, me and my brother. Anyway, they had this big party and it was very cool. And they were like, "What do you want to be, Adrienne? I know you have long hair. Let's dress you up." And so they put like hangers in my hair and did the
Pippi Longstocking.
Yeah,
that's a good costume.
Yeah, and that's the only one. That's the only scratch costume.
You don't have any pictures of that, do you?
No.
Well, it's a shame. What about? Do you have a favorite costume as an adult?
No.
I
didn't even know who Pippi Longstocking was either.
Not many people do these days. She was she was
a book.
Yeah, but then they made a cartoon or a comic.
Oh, right.
Yeah, they made a whole thing. Yeah.
But no, I don't like the ultra sexy ones. I always just feel bad because what?
I like the ultra sexy ones.
Yeah, because you're not the one wearing them.
I know.
It's always so cold.
Yeah, I was going to bring that up. I was like, what would be if I was a woman, I think I would want to wear that.
Like the cop in the super mini skirt.
Yeah, I don't know. I think they're funny.
Belly shirt, vest.
They're
funny till you're the one in one.
What time is it? Okay.
And you can't move. You can't sit and you can't bend over. And you have to suck in the whole time. Unless you don't.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. I bet you have yeah. You don't have to. Well, my favorite costume that I wore as an adult, I really liked the DJ Lance Rock costume.
Oh, yeah. That was
I looked like him. It's hard for me to get into costume because I don't really want to do it because I don't want to be stuck in a costume all night long. So I typically just go with a little something that I can wear for just a moment.
I tend to do this thing. Just a slight accessorizing of my normal self. I don't like to go full face.
Full face makeup. Mm-hmm. But you like to get into costume. Well, you used to, and I always hated it. But now it's kind of just flipped. Oh, it doesn't matter. We'll just get into it.
No, that's my line. It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't matter.
Hey, at what age did you stop trick-or-treating?
Oh, probably in 5th grade. No, actually 7th. I did a round in like 7th grade and I got denied everywhere I went. So I ended up at my brother's friend's house watching Terminator 2 with them, and that sucked, so I went home.
Oh, boring.
I hate that. I don't like that movie.
What's your least favorite thing about Halloween?
Then it's November.
Oh.
Or like...
That it's over.
Like October's pretty good. It's a good temperature.
Yeah.
No offense to November.
But then all of a sudden you start to
like,
look into at
then
holidays
it gets like
and
cozy, like extra cozy. It gets stuck inside.
Yeah. Well,
I don't know. What do you think the worst thing about?
There isn't one.
Oh.
Halloween's the best. I guess if I was to say what's the worst thing is when it ends. I love Halloween so much. I don't know. I'm not like a cuckoo head about it, but I do really, really like it. It's a fun holiday. The decorations are fun. People are a little more loose. I like when people are having fun. Do
you remember when you were kind of the Swamp Thing in our backyard?
Yeah. I was dressed up as a Swamp Thing, and I got into the pond, and we used to have Halloween parties all the time. Those are my favorite. What about? Do you have a favorite, or do you have a cringiest costume? Do you remember a cringiest costume?
I don't know. Maybe the Chiquita Banana Lady would be considered.
Yeah, because it was cultural appropriation.
Wasn't she Spanish?
Yeah, you're Spanish, yeah.
Is she Spanish or Mexican?
Well, see, shit, I don't know.
Or was she?
I'm not sure.
Maybe
Chiquita
she
Banana?
was from Brazil.
Who knows? Well,
maybe she was Brazilian.
I think the year after that, I was wearing your dad's. What's the thing that he has? Because Adrienne's dad used to live in Saudi Arabia. And he had one of those, I don't know what it's called, the headdress. What do you call them?
Their clothes.
Oh, they're not called a specific thing?
They probably are, but that's just what they wear.
Yeah. Well, I dressed up as that as Halloween. That's probably a cringy one, but it was a good looking costume. I think that's the problem is when you're saying what people culturally wear, calling it a costume. But see, it's so weird because, like, if I see someone wearing a hula dress or a lava lava or dressed up as a Samoan, I don't give a shit. I think, that's fun. So I guess it's just about it's all in the hands of whoever's taking it in. Mm-hmm. If you're offended, you have the right to be offended.
If you're wearing something and you're being offensive.
Yeah, like you're doing the tropes of like you're doing the negative. Yeah, that's a bad thing. Anyway, okay. Do you have a favorite couples album, like one that we did together?
What does that mean?
Like not couples album, couples costume. We were the Thundercats. That was a family one.
That was a family one.
I don't know if we ever really did a couples thing.
Yeah.
We kind of did a disco thing once.
I'm sure Bonnie and Clyde would be good.
Oh, yeah. All right. Well, there's our little Halloween banter. I didn't really have a whole lot planned, but I've kind of got... I got side...
You've also
swiped.
Had 6 days worth.
Yeah, I've been working a lot. My brain is fried, and I was thinking maybe I'll have a glass of wine that'll put me back together. But I think maybe it hasn't.
Protein bar?
No. All right. Okay. Our guest today is Awol One. He's a songwriter, hip hop artist, and graphic designer from the state of California. He's a member of the Shapeshifters and the Cloaks. He's a collaborator with every one of the dopest rappers and producers in the business. This is a Halloween episode, so I won't deep dive into Awol One too much, but he is our guest, and he's been one of my longtime favorites. So I do want to mention a few things. I can't articulate exactly why Awol One's my favorite, but his freedom and what seems like a fuck it, let's just make some music attitude is what I'm attracted to. And I'm distracted. Adrienne's distracting the fuck out of me with your pen writing.
I'm drawing. I'm just drawing.
Earlier this year, Awol released his birthday album called Data Harvest. I love it. I love the Red Meets Laser Sharp track.
Red meats and razor sharp lasers. Red meats and razor sharp lasers. Razor sharp, just like a laser. Razor sharp, just like a laser.
Also earlier in 2024, he released an album produced by the legendary Kool Keith called Aponia. and I fucking love that album. Only Assholes Get Jealous of Their Friends. Such a great song, great title. I wonder if that's something about somebody specific.
Only assholes get jealous of their own friends. Sometimes when you're in the process of change, some dark parts in your heart will remain. Pray those demons out and be conscious and stay on point and block out all the nonsense. Don't run like
In 2023, he dropped the Scribbleface album, which is loaded. Oh, nice. Adrienne just drew a speaker head. But yeah, in 2023, he dropped the Scribbleface album, which is loaded with all sorts of dope songs. There's a crew cut track on there featuring Buck 65, Tumex, Ominous Words, Satire, Tayamo, Denku, Open Mike Eagle, Jism, High Definition, and Copyright. And that song's called Microchips.
I'm all up in your face, right? Get the treble and bass right. Born on the laboratory's dirty floor, I was formed into a moving mass of flesh. Smile at your ghost, mining for worms, microchips, swimming around in my sperm. Trees, they're my usual company, cause we all
Wow.
I also love the track The City. I really loved the way he sings on that. I love the airy sound on there.
The first time that I saw the light, I think I was blinded in the silence of the night. Second time the light revealed itself, I was reminded of the greatest gift.
In 2022, he dropped the Flying with Bats album. Love the Future Ghost track on there.
I'm a future ghost. Looking at a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. Future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. I'm a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. I'm a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. You're looking at a future ghost. Monumental.
It's perfect for any of your Halloween playlists. He has albums going way back. So just deep dive into Awol, because you just should. You just really should. There's so much music there, so much to listen to, so much new to learn. There's the 3 albums he has with longtime homie Gelrock. They make those together, and they're known as the Cloaks. The first self-titled album, the Cloaks, then their second release, Cloak Encounters of the Third Kind, and their third release, A Cloakwork Orange. They also recently released a Cloak Rework Orange, and that's of remixes of the Cloakwork Orange album. That one's super dope. Some other honorable mentions that I really like are his Mombi soundtrack from 2013. That's a full-on Halloween album. It's a great album to play all Halloween, so you got a whole other day to go check that one out. You can get that one on most streaming devices. On most streaming platforms. The Awol One and Esid R. I think it's Esid. That's from 2010. It's a cool album. And then the Owl Hours album from 2009 that he did with Factor Chandelier. Yeah, man. I know. And then Sold Out from 2001. He did that album with Daddy Kev. That one has the rhythm track on there that we love. I've been playing that forever. Whenever it comes on, I'm getting down. I'm grooving.
What keeps me going is I love the way she loves me. I'm the winning child, every man on the mic. Day out of nowhere, I'll fade away. They try to understand me, but they don't care. Put up your ones. People say practice makes perfect, not worth it now. Throw a bottle on the ground to make it sound world-renowned. Rhythm to the rhythmless. Shame to the shameless.
He also used to have a podcast at one point. Those were really fun to listen to. Yeah, I'm going to ask him for those commercials. Maybe we can play those commercials throughout Halloween.
That's fun.
That'd be cool. And then he does amazing album art for people. He's a super talented screenwriter and makes super rad shirts. He's all around mega talent. I mentioned earlier that he's on Mopes' recent album called Deado Brook. He's on there with Gelrock. They're as the Cloaks. Adrienne and I finally got to meet him in person earlier this year at Rhymefest in Los Angeles. That was a sweet moment for me. That was just really cool. He was just super dope with us and all of that. We've been fortunate to have him as a guest on our show solo early on in the DOD45 episodes, and then we had him on with Gelrock for the Cloaks episode, and we're even more lucky to have him on today. And
we're lucky almost every episode when he
We're lucky to have him as a
He
regular on the
says-
DOD45
well,
show.
when he's
He's our guest announcer. Yep, he's our guest announcer. So we are just lucky. We're spoiled. All right, let's spook it up with him. We'll be right back with our guest, Awol One. He was going to wear a costume, but I think he didn't have time. All right, we'll be right back.
Oh.
We'll be right back with Awol One.
Hey, what's up, podcast world? This is Awol One, and one of my favorite shows is DOD45 with ArtByTai. And today, we have a special guest, West Coast Zone Awol One.
Ladies and gentlemen, can I please have your attention? Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45.
Peace.
Hey,
Hey.
there you are.
What's good? Oh, I like that background.
Yeah, very good.
Dope. Heck yeah, man. They're like curtains just covering one side of my room, and then like the other side I got curtains, and they look like dungeon doors.
Awesome. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Beetlejuice, and
I'm
sick.
ArtByTai.
and Adrienne's dressed up as ArtByTai.
Oh
Yeah.
shit! Wow, that's awesome. Sick. Heck yeah, sick.
Welcome.
Yeah, you got like the Atom.
Yeah, I'm dressed up as Adam.
Yeah, like
I didn't have a stripe. I didn't have a striped shirt, and I didn't have the hair, so I'm Cloak's Beetlejuice. Well, man, thank you for joining us.
I like your costume as well.
Thank you.
Your ArtByTai
Yep,
costume.
I have my signature pen,
Nice.
my literal signature on it, and my notebook. I mean, my sketchbook.
Very cool.
You might appreciate what I just drew for you.
Oh yeah, she did just do a drawing.
Oh, I don't know where the camera is.
Oh shoot! Oh, that's cool. That's very cool. At first, I thought it was one of those things where they put their head in the
Oh,
thing. And,
Yeah.
I can't remember what your thing is. I know it's a,
yeah,
but I don't know if there's
remember
a
the name.
face. I don't think there's an actual face.
Nope, just the speakers. All right, man. Thanks for joining us for the Halloween episode.
Thank you both very much.
And
Yeah.
we're really happy that you survived and all your property survived the fires.
Yes. Yeah.
And thank you so much. Yeah, we're beyond appreciative, and everybody in this neighborhood. It's like I grew up in the city, so there wasn't much community, you know.
Yeah.
But being up here is like a little small area, and everybody's so appreciative, and it feels like community, and everyone's just like putting up signs like thanking all the first responders, and you know it's like I know you both have heard this before, but like how they say sometimes like a tragedy is actually kind of brings people together sometimes. So that's kind of what's happening right now, and unfortunately our friends they live in Big Bear, and they're going through some stuff still. So nature is
Nature's
a
in charge.
creature. Yeah, it's in charge, man, for sure.
Is that something that will kind of just be something that you got to that is going to kind of be something you're going to have to deal with always?
Yeah, apparently, man. It's either like you got to deal with the crime and the people, or you got to deal with nature and fucking wild animals. You know? So
yeah,
I don't know. I'd rather deal with the latter. You know what I'm saying? I've been dealing with the other for half of So.
All right. Well, thanks again for joining us. Happy Halloween Eve. Before we start, I'm going to tell you what I'm drawing here for you. It's going to be an all Tim Burton themed drawing, and it's Invader Zim. He's like ripped the head off of Jack, and so it's scared all of the other characters. So,
sick.
Okay.
Don't you have an Invader Zim tattoo, or is that something? Is that a different character?
It's the same artist, but it's like I guess like some comic he did, like Johnny the Homicidal Maniac or something.
Oh, that's right.
It's like a zine comic, and we're just hanging out. My friend worked at Atomic right there in Hollywood. Yeah, we're just hanging out, and all of a sudden he's just like, "Hey, you want a fucking little jammy?" So yeah, with Johnny it's the same dude,
same artist that does Invader Zim.
Yeah.
Oh. Yeah, because I drew that character for you on your first drawing that we did, and then when my kids were watching, they were watching Invader Zim last night, and I was like, oh, yeah, I think I'll draw Invader Zim because it looked so familiar. It looked really similar to that character that I drew before.
That's cool,
Johnny. So, all right, I'll set the timer and I'll get drawing. And we'll discuss things like your new album and whatever else is Halloweeny.
The old Halloweener, you know,
our Halloweener. Oh man, okay, yeah, it's really awesome to have you here. Thanks again for joining us.
Hey, thank you. You know, I listen to you guys when I can, and I love doing the intros. I always do them at a fun time when I'm just kind of like. So I like them, man. Thank you.
They're love them. Yep, it's like it's like one of our favorite things, and like a lot of our regular listeners really love to hear your voice at the beginning of a show. It's just great. We genuinely appreciate it.
Yeah. You kind of took a hiatus from your podcast. Is that coming back? Because that was really fun to listen to.
I do want to do it again. I planned on doing just 10. It was like a limited thing.
Oh, okay.
And then on the very 10th one, that was the homie Exist Stereo. And that one, part of it, audio-wise, it was weird. And then part of it was like, he was like, I kind of want to redo it. He was in a weird part of his life. So long story short, like, we were going to redo it. That was the 10th one. And then, life happens, obviously we're gonna like redo it at some point, but yeah, it was weird, man. It was like, I only intended on doing 10 of them.
Right.
We'll break the ice with the Sophie's Choice question. Which would be a better movie to watch as a Halloween vibe? The House with a Clock in Its Walls, that's the movie with Jack Black, or The Wall by Pink Floyd?
Oh shit! I love Jack Black, but I might have to say The Wall. I seen Roger Waters do The Wall, and he with a couple of other cats from Pink Floyd. It was dope. So yeah, definitely, I'm a fan. Did you used to watch? I know when I was growing up, I used to watch that movie, The Wall, all the time because I loved I can't remember the name of the artist, but I loved the cartoon work in that. Amazing. Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, it's really cool. Yeah, that one's got more of a Halloween kind of vibe to it anyway. All right, now we can start now that we got one of the Sophie's Choices out of the way. Let's build an arc for the episode. At what age is it appropriate to start taking kids trick-or-treating?
I don't know. I think maybe when they ask. If they never ask, they're not curious about it. Like, don't force it on them, but I would say at least fucking, I don't know, 7.
Oh, at least,
6,
yeah.
I don't know. But like the little kid costumes are cool sometimes.
They're so fun.
All right, so what my daughter wanted us to do for this episode, she did my makeup, but she wanted us to do these things, AITA Reddits. Do you know what those are?
I do not.
I don't know shit about Reddit, but AITA Reddits are called Am I the Asshole? And so she sent me a bunch of these Reddit discussions, and so I'll read out the question. Someone asks on Reddit, "Am I the asshole?" And we'll discuss it, and we'll decide
if they're an asshole.
Or not.
Okay.
Before we do that, I do want to ask a few things about the new album.
Okay.
How did you link up with Rosemary's Epitaph?
Someone I've kind of known for a while, but they don't really want to be like talked about, which I kind of think is cool. So It's kind of like a team. It's like 3 people. So basically I write stuff and I go hang out and then we make it happen. So what ended up happening was only supposed to be like 1 or 2 cuts. And the first 2 are fucking like, they're funny, dude. I'll send them to you. Just don't play them for
Yeah.
But they're so weird. I was like, let's just make the weirdest like haunted shit. So, but then it started getting serious. So at the end, we ended up with like 15 cuts, and I think I picked like 11 or 12 maybe. But she doesn't really want to be talked about, but this is not the end of her. So, which is very cool.
Yeah, because I've been talking about the album just because I got an early version of it to hear, and I fucking love it. And I wasn't sure if it was like a group or it was just one person. And I'll keep them. It's mostly just I like the way you guys sound together. It made for a really cool and, dare I say, haunting. But it's not really haunting. It just has this feeling that makes for a great Halloween album. I don't know. I love it. I fucking love it. Yeah.
Thank you. Yeah. I appreciate your opinion. And I was just like, I want to play something that Gail was teasing me because he was just like, he's like, someday, they're gonna give you your own fucking maze at Knott's Berry Farm.
Oh yeah.
And I was like, I'll take that. Like that, I'll take it. I'll
that'd be dope.
That one.
Yeah.
But whatever. I mean, I kind of made these little like fucking visuals for it. So, and it's not too spooky. It's not too like gory or nothing. That's not my type of horror, So I made like this little film that's like, I don't know, like 25 minutes or something. So yeah, I don't know if people get.
Wait. That's it. You made a film? Wait, that's it.
Kind of, yeah. It's like visuals to every song.
No, he's just talking about,
and I put it up on YouTube.
Yeah.
Okay. They call them somethingizers.
Yeah. So that way you can watch, so you can listen to the music, but you also have a visual.
Yeah.
Instead of just albums being on YouTube with just the music, it's cool to have a visual to go with them. You made something to go along with that.
Visualizers.
Oh, yeah,
there you go. Yeah, exactly. Yeah, so you could just peep it out. Yeah. You know what's up.
Mm-hmm.
I fucking love it. I know people say stuff like that all the time. But no, it's just it's really good. It's just such a good album. So yeah, good on you. Good job.
I'll pass on the
yeah, please do. I think you guys make just you. There's a good contrast or something. There's just something there that I really like. Was it always meant to be a Halloween album?
Yeah. Actually, it was gonna be the Mombi Part 2.
Oh.
And then it was just too fucked up, and like my wife was like, you can't really say that stuff, whatever. So it's very true. She was absolutely right, because at first I was kind of like, well, it's just a couple bad words or whatever, but she sees the bigger picture all the time.
That's what they do. The wives, they're a little bit smarter about shit.
Right. A good balance, I'm sure. Because you're an artist, and I don't know what.
I don't know what I am either.
Adrienne's an artist, but yeah.
We're trying to figure it out every day.
Right.
Hey,
we're live.
The Mombi album is from like 2013, I think, right?
Yeah. I wanted to do a Kickstarter, and then I was just like, well, what can we do? And I was like, let's do like a monster like kids book. And then we did it. It was in Barnes and Noble. It did good for a while.
Wow.
I might re-release it.
That's cool.
It was fun.
Yeah, it's a good album to listen to in the season.
Mombi Show, take 1, action. Here we go.
Hey, good afternoon, my slimy little friends. I need a beat that goes a little something like boom 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 boom. Like this.
Have you always wanted to do a sequel to that, or
yeah, man, yeah, for sure. And then I was gonna, yeah, absolutely, man. Someday some derivative or some fucking thing will happen because of it. I don't know, but
yeah, there's something there that will come up at the right time.
Yeah, for sure.
Does that seem to be a lot of your life? Things kind of just coming at the time that they're supposed to?
I guess so, man.
Do you live it that way?
Maybe not intentionally, but like when I look back, it's kind of weird, you know. A lot of stuff isn't forced, you know. I always want to do things, and like every day I move towards that, but yeah, a lot of stuff just kind of happens to me, man. I'm a fucking Forrest Gump, dude.
Well, if you're open to ideas, then they happen.
Yeah, that's what I mean too. On the level of like, some people have the way where they're like, everything's got to be this, and this, and then some people go like, okay, the overall thing, I want to enjoy myself. And so I'm open to allowing these things to happen. That's kind of how I imagine you are, just based off of your music and your vibe and stuff like that. So yeah, that's kind of what I was wondering. All right, let's get into some let's judge some people, but not really. These are just for fun.
Okay, we can judge people.
So this is Am I the Asshole? Referred to us by our daughter Nale. So here's the question that someone wrote. It's am I the asshole for getting annoyed with parents who drive their kids to affluent neighborhoods on Halloween?
I mean, are you just doing it because it's fun and everybody has fun doing it, and it's like this is the fun place to go? Or if you're doing it like, oh, we're gonna come up off these people because they're more privileged. I don't know. I guess it depends on whatever way you approach the fucking adventure, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, here's what this woman wrote, or I imagine the woman, but
just to remember that some neighborhoods aren't trick or treatable.
That's true.
And so you would go to a neighborhood that is.
Well, okay. Here's what she wrote. Within the past year, my girlfriend moved in with me into my home in an affluent neighborhood. For the past few years, the neighbors and I have been seeing a growing amount of people come into our neighborhood for Halloween. This has caused a lot of people to turn off for Halloween, which you'd think would get the crowd to lessen, but it keeps growing. I was openly annoyed with this leading up to Halloween, and my girlfriend would condemn it every time I brought it up because Halloween's all about sharing, saying it shouldn't matter whether the kids are from the neighborhood or not. She'd also point out that many of these children probably live in bad neighborhoods where it's not possible to trick or treat, to Adrienne's point. Not surprisingly, this year at both entrances to the neighborhood, cars lined the streets, some without state plates. I live in a suburb of a city which is just over the state line. Am I the asshole for getting annoyed with parents who truck carloads full of kids to the neighborhood they don't live in?
Yes.
Yeah.
Well,
what do you think?
I do. I think he's kind of an asshole.
I mean, like if they can only afford so much candy, that's fine. They just buy what they can and give out what they can. They're giving it out anyway.
We once were in Tampa during Halloween with our kids, and we had to take them trick or treating. We didn't know where to go. We just ended up in this neighborhood. And we didn't pick it for any reason, but it turned out to be like a super wealthy neighborhood. And,
oh, really?
And people, and I started, like, when we were first starting, it was fun because kind of early. It wasn't too late, but then it started getting later, and I started noticing, like, none of these people are from this neighborhood because it started to get real busy.
They were, like, being dropped off by vans.
Yeah. They were getting van dropped off.
Yeah,
but yeah, it was weird. It was kind of weird. It made me feel weird because I was like, oh, man, because I could kind of feel that the neighbors were like, all right, we've reached the point where everyone starts bringing in their kids from all over. So I don't really know how I feel. But yeah, we live in a neighborhood where there's no kids and the people just turn their lights off. So we used to have to take our kids to a whole other areas to go trick-or-treating. So I think you're probably an asshole if you're too worried about kids wanting to come trick-or-treating. But
yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess there's a bunch of scenarios, right?
Yeah.
If there's no houses around you, you have no other choice.
Yeah.
And it's likely that that's what most of the people are that are getting dropped off. But yeah, I mean, if you're handing out $100 bills and people are
lining
up, then maybe you have something to worry about. All right. Well, I think we
settled
that.
Hold on,
one.
I'm going to call the trick-or-treat committee.
Hello. All right. Here's another topic. Am I the asshole? Halloween not giving candy to trick-or-treaters.
Yes.
I agree.
Or unless you're giving like broccoli, that's still kind of fun.
Yeah, or if it's not in your religion, then that's fine.
That's true.
No.
That is totally true.
I don't think it's a religion holiday.
Yeah, but some religions don't do any
you can't
holidays.
Celebrate.
Yeah, like if they don't celebrate, that's fine.
Yeah, that's true.
You got to respect whatever they're into.
I agree. Yeah. I absolutely agree with that. Here, I'll read real quick what he said. I do not like Halloween. I live alone in a house with one roommate who was visiting family for Halloween. I don't want to celebrate it. Neighbors asked me why I did not decorate. I told them I'm not interested, and I shut the door. To my surprise, I later found a pumpkin and a basket of candy on my porch with the letter Happy Halloween.
Wow.
I was not sure how to react, but I threw it away. And I didn't want it displayed on my porch. Jeez. I think my close neighbor put it there to cheer me up. So yeah, I don't know. I don't want to read all of this, but yeah, that's.
Hey, just like your point. If they don't want to celebrate, then that's on them.
Oh, here's what they wrote at the end. Probably 10 people asking me how I could do something like that and offered me to come over to celebrate. So so they could show me the nice things about Halloween. Oh, someone knocked on the door and said that. I slammed the door and cursed loudly and got very upset.
I think she's in the
Am I the asshole?
I think they're in the wrong neighborhood.
Yeah, wow.
I mean, that's a little aggressive. You can just say, I'm not interested, thanks. Apparently this is what people do. My kids listen to a lot of podcasts. And this is something that's like really big right now where they read through people's Reddits.
Really?
Yeah, and go through shit. I find myself getting bored. Let's try one more of these. Am I an asshole for putting up scary Halloween decorations in my front yard? Every year I go really big for Halloween and Christmas. My house is typically the most visited and talked about house in the neighborhood. This year I added some new pieces to my Halloween display that included a scary butcher guy and his deli case full of body parts. Basically, I guess he's had this crazy thing and so he's wondering not to stand right in front, take photos, put your neighbors on blast in social media while your kids are crying and scared. So am I the asshole? I don't know.
What do you think, Awol?
I mean, that's a hard one because if they're like super like just fucking gory and stupid, then yeah, I don't want my kids looking at that. But if it's like creative and cool, but I don't want my kid to have to look at some like devil shit every day,
Yeah, some people maybe go too far.
Decoration, I guess.
Yeah, oh shit, yeah, I used to do all kinds of bloody.
You did.
But that's because I wanted to be a makeup effect artist, so I loved all that stuff. But yeah, in retrospect, no, I think maybe it might be a little much. I don't know if you're an asshole if you do it, but it might be a little much. You might want to consider that there are little kids
What
around.
they should do is just open up the back fence and have like a haunted alley.
There you go.
Walk through.
If
you dare.
There you go.
Did you guys ever put on a haunted house ever, Tony?
No, I never made a haunted house. No.
Did you guys like going to them?
Oh yeah, for sure, man. I've been to a ton of like home haunts and.
Doesn't Knott's Berry Farm have a pretty cool like haunted?
Yeah, for sure, man. I worked there when when I was like, I don't know, 19 or 20. Yeah, it's called Not Scary Farm. It's fucking dope, man. It's really dope.
If you work there, do you get a long time? If you work there for a long time?
Well, like when they hire you for that, like you're seasonal. So I worked there from like the end of September to like, you know, Halloween, and then you're done. It's all seasonal work. So like they do these big auditions, and then they just cast a bunch of fools for like a month, and then you get to just, yeah, it's really dope, man. They go all out. It's one of the best, man. But yeah, we would go to all of them. When I was a kid, my mom took me to this one. It was like across the street neighbor, and then it was like a garage, and then all of a sudden there's this fucking light, and then at the end of all these cobwebs and the strobe light, there's like this lady or a dude, I don't know, and he's like, "You want some bubbly gum?" And then you had to walk to him to get that thing.
Oh,
and I was
scary.
like, "Oh my God." And my mom was just like, go. So like, I don't know. I think from there, I was just like intrigued, like, fuck, this is scary, but it's fun. Like, it's weird.
Yeah.
I loved it when people did that.
Yeah, my family, we put on haunted houses. We were one of the first, I think we talked about this before, but yeah, we were one of the first houses in the area in Salt Lake City to put on our own haunted house. It was awesome.
Wow.
I think that she made a boatload of money too.
Your mom?
Yeah, I think that because we were charging like $5 or something, and it was a really it was cool. We turned the whole entire house into a haunted house, and all of we have a huge family, man. And it was so much fun. And my cousin was a really good break dancer, and so him and my two cousins, they were really good dancers, and they were dressed up in the black, where they paint the bones on their body, and then there's a purple light, so it looks like the bones are dancing. Yeah, that was so cool.
Wow.
Yeah, that was a lot of fun.
Dude, that's really cool, man.
Yeah, I think we have some pictures of it. I hope we do. But let's. You know what? We've got Sage Francis has left us a social. What do we call it? Sage Francis social media lurk by Strange Famous Records. So he's got a question for you. Let's go to that.
Yeah. Okay. All right.
Sage Francis social media alert.
Psych. It's me, Sage Francis. Happy Halloween, Awol One, Adrienne, Tai, DOD45. Listen, Awol, you post a lot of artwork, things that you're printing, your music. It's a lot of promotion. But there was one time I noticed in May of 2023 where you said, if you heal yourself first, everything around you will change. And I'm like, word. You won't bring Pop back. Nah, but I get the sentiment. I really do. What, if you can give an example, I don't know if this was inspired by something in your own life, but can you give an example of something that you had to heal in yourself and the results you saw because of that? I'd love to hear it. Shout out to y'all. Shout out to the Cloaks. Shout out to Halloween. It's the best. Strange Famous.
Heck yeah, man. Yeah, I love Sage Francis, man.
Yeah, he's awesome.
So, shit. To answer that, maybe healing. Another word for healing could be perspective, because once you kind of switch your perspective, like you're not as hard on yourself, or you're not as hard on other people or judgmental to strangers, or so I don't know. So it starts with you first, right? So it starts like people, everything's gonna stay the same. It's gonna change a little bit, but once you look at things through like a different lens, everything is different. You know what I mean? You could be like I hate picking up this boulder. It's so fucking heavy. Or you could be like, man, this boulder. At least when I pick it up, I get to exercise. I've been trying to exercise all week. I don't know. It's perspective. Healing is perspective. I don't know what healing is. I guess talk to fucking Dr. Joe Dispenza, and he'll tell you that you can heal yourself just by thinking about it. And he has a lot of scientific proof. So there's maybe there's many definitions of healing. Sometimes I feel like we as Americans, we don't have enough words for things. Like you'll go somewhere else and they're like, oh, there's like 30 different words for love. There's like 70 different words for hunger. There's like, and then you go to America, it's like we're like fucking cavemen, like, ooh, hungry. Ooh, love you. Ooh, all time. You know, like we don't have enough words. Everything's a fucking alien. Everything is a terrestrial. Like, there's probably 70,000 different classifications for terrestrial, but we just label it as one thing, alien. Like, who knows? But healing, who knows what healing is? Healing is love. Healing is perspective.
Yeah.
Peace, Sage Francis. Peace to all the homies of the fucking Strange Famous crew, you know?
Yeah, thanks, Sage. Yeah, that's awesome. It's always nice for people to get talking about better taking care of yourself and things like that, because that's good. That makes more positivity into the world. But you guys are you have your Halloween album coming out, and Mopes is just coming out. Well, by the time this is out, his album's out, and the Cloaks got up on that album.
Yeah, it's a dope album.
Yeah, so hopefully everybody out there has been enjoying that. Have you ever hosted or been to a murder mystery party? Is that something that you would be interested in doing, or have you done it?
Besides the one that's currently in my head, I don't know. No, never, man. I would love to.
You know, I never went, and my cousins started doing them at their house, and I've been to 2 of them, and they're actually pretty fun.
Sounds fun, man.
I think one of the important things is to do it. Well, to do it with people who actually can do stuff like that and enjoy it. Because otherwise, you know, it's you're playing. You got to be able to. You have to play along if you want to enjoy it. Because it is very weird, but it's fun. What about? Have you ever dressed up your pets for Halloween?
I'm not.
No? Would you ever? Is that something is that going too far?
I mean, if someone wants to dress up their pet, that's cool. You want to see my dog?
Yeah.
He's being lazy right now. He doesn't need to be dressed up. He already kind of looks like looks like something Frank Oz or fucking Jim Henson would have created.
Oh, it does look like a little. Yeah, he looks like a little puppet, like a Muppet.
Yeah.
Like, what's up?
Oh, he reminds me of the dog or not the dog, the fox.
It's like
the dog,
like
that
a Yorkie and a poodle.
The dog that the fox rides in. Is that Labyrinth or is that?
It looks like
he kind of looks like like Falcor a little bit.
Oh, he kind of does have the Falcor look.
And then he does look like the Fizz Gig from Dark Crystal, the OG one.
Yeah.
And you know, you're right. He is
the Fizz
Gig. He's like a poodle, but like he was a rescue, so we don't know what he's mixed with.
Yeah, he doesn't need a costume. He's already an adorable costume himself.
Dude, everybody in this house, like, he's the mascot of the house for sure.
Does he get all the love in the house?
Oh my God, yeah. Everybody he gets just insane amount of snuggles, this guy.
Lucky him. What about, were there any unusual places that you ever trick-or-treated? Like, some people go trick-or-treating on boat docks. I know that's a thing.
Wow. Yeah, I don't know. Well, one time I remember my mom dressing me, and my mom is semi-religious. My dad wasn't, but my mom was. And then one year she dressed me up like a devil. And I was like, I don't know how old I was, maybe like fucking like 5 or 6. And then I remember like after like 15 minutes, I was just like, get this off of me. I don't like how it feels and I don't like how I look. And I don't know why she did that too. That was really like out of
pocket for her.
Character for her, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, that is interesting.
Yeah, it's weird. And then it always stuck in my head like, but yeah, and then ever since then, I never like shit on my face.
Oh, I've never been a fan of that. Even when my daughter was doing the makeup, I was like, I don't want to wear the makeup. But she wanted me to be Beetlejuice so bad, so I just agreed. But
no, it's super dope. It's really dope.
Oh, chocolate candy or fruit candy?
Most chocolate. You know what's weird? Guess what I just had? I had fucking dried mango, and we dipped it in Nutella. So that's both.
How was that?
It's both. It's a chocolate fruit candy.
Pretty.
That's a dope idea. I like that.
It's delicious. You gotta do it.
I do like that idea. That sounds good. I thought you were gonna say you just had a Rolo. But, I don't know.
I'll just roll a Rolo to you, dude.
What would you rather go to, a haunted maze or a corn maze? Do you guys have corn mazes out there?
There is, but yeah, I haven't been to we went to like this corn maze, but there's nothing like jumping out.
Yeah.
It was just a corn maze.
Yeah.
See, I think I like just the corn maze better than the thing jumping out. I love the idea of haunted houses too, but for some reason I'm weird when people like jump out at me. I'm not scared of them. I'm just like, oh, just don't bother me, please. You're weird.
Yeah.
But I don't know. I don't know what that is. I don't know what the vibe is there.
It's funny. We live in a household where the 3 of them will watch scary movies all night. I won't.
All night.
But
really?
I'm like desperate to go to haunted houses. Nobody will go to the haunted house.
Yeah,
I like them.
It's a dynamic right there.
Yeah.
Those 3 are like the same.
When you were younger, did you go to the same houses every year, trick or treating, or did you? Well, I guess we kind of. Well, we were talking about
I moved around a lot, so we were always like Halloween was almost a different neighborhood every year, anyway. So
it seems like you have an affinity for Halloween or maybe I don't know what it is.
Part of it was like no matter where we moved, my mom had this box of shit. Not shit. My mom had this box of Halloween decorations that she brought out every year. Yeah, it was like a little weeble wobble house, and then like I had like this like monsters color form, and then there's like these little like statues. So like I just knew every year my mom was gonna bring that stuff out, and then she was gonna bring out Christmas. So Halloween and Christmas. It reminds me of my mom.
Were they always in that same box? Like you always knew that box had the...
Yeah. We had the Christmas box, we had the Halloween box.
Yeah, so it's a good...
Like, it was consistent. Even though you were constantly moving, there was that thing that was consistent.
The one thing that was a consistent,
Yes.
Yeah,
That's a good point.
Yeah, that's a good feeling because probably a lot of the good memories are associated with that as well.
Oh, absolutely, man.
Yeah, I think that's why I love Halloween so much. And I think it might be because of that haunted house that we put on when I was younger. I just remember all the family had so much fun and all the neighbors, like everyone was just having a good time. And that's a feeling I never want to go away. That feeling of like having fun. So that's why I love holidays so much. Unless it's Thanksgiving. I hate that holiday.
Dude, Thanksgiving is rough, man. So you gotta hang out with all these people that you never see, and then it's kind of like, I don't know, you eat and you just want to sit on the couch, but you can't.
Yeah, and my association with it is I don't think the traditional Thanksgiving food is all that good.
The menu.
The menu. It's very boring. It's very bland. I don't know.
Well, like some people have their traditional like family, like I don't know what your guys' traditional stuff, but yeah, that was always kind of part of Thanksgiving is like wherever somebody was from, they would kind of contribute a dish, which I think is kind of cool. But my one of my brothers, man, he was the type of dude to always have Thanksgiving, and I kind of look forward to it because we didn't really hang out a lot.
Yeah.
But Thanksgiving, we went there, but yeah, I don't know. But it's I get it. It's like it's shitty as well as it is awesome.
Yeah, we used to have to go all over the place. Now we just kind of go to my brother's house, and I really like that. I like that. I like just hanging out on my brother's couch with my nephews and our family. That's a good feeling. Yeah, that's a good feeling. What's your least favorite thing about Halloween?
Turkey and stuffing.
What?
No, I'm just kidding. No, because he was saying he doesn't like the food.
Yeah.
My least favorite thing about Halloween.
Yeah.
Yeah, I don't know, man. I don't like when it goes too devilly.
Oh, really?
Yeah. Once it gets to like a certain point, I'm like, ugh. Yeah, I don't know. I don't like
what do you mean?
Like Satan style stuff, right?
Yeah, because like my dad, he would watch like fucking like the goriest, deviliest shit, and then it was just like, well, it's just kind of like, I don't know. I like the more creative. I like when people make really dope monsters or like the stories kind of intricate, but just to watch like a slasher movie or like a fucking possession movie, it's kind of cheesy,
Yeah.
I think I remember from our last episode you had mentioned that Exorcist was not a movie that you really liked, or your dad took you to see that when you were pretty young or something, right?
What happened is I was at my brother's house and there's a bunch of family, and then they brought a VCR. Like back in those days, you had to rent the VCR.
Yeah.
And the movies. So like they're like, yeah, and then they plug in the VCR to the TV and then they put in Exorcist. And then there's like the whole family's sitting around watching Exorcist.
That's awful.
And then for like fucking a year later, I was just terrified. Just fucking terrified.
Well, speaking of more creative stuff, you recently got to go to the Beetlejuice experience. How was that?
Dude, that was fun, man. They had a bar. They had it was basically like you went to a party in the afterlife, and it was really cool. It was fun. So there's a lot of little kids dressed up as Beetlejuice, and
cute.
It was super cool. It was a family affair.
What did you think of the new Beetlejuice?
I thought it was funny, man. I liked it.
Yeah, me too.
I'm definitely a fan of the first one, but yeah, I liked the second one, man. I laughed a few times, man. This shit's funny.
I liked it.
Yeah, we really liked how they didn't try to do it all futuristic. They stuck with the simple effects. Like even what's his name's brain? It looked so shitty, but it was just that's funny,
right?
Yeah, gosh dang it! I know. Yeah, it doesn't matter. But the brain makeup was really bad.
And
but
I liked
it was just funny.
that they didn't try to make the daughter just exactly like Lydia.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
Right.
They gave her own unique person.
Yeah, it was cool. I thought it was good. I thought it was well done, and it would never live up to the hype because people have been wanting it for 30 years. So it was never going to be able to actually pull that off, but it was good enough for me. So
yeah, there you go.
Yep.
It's a movie, man.
Yeah,
I mean,
it entertained me for however long that was in the theater. It was great. I had popcorn. What more do you want? What more do you want?
It was everything I thought it was going to be.
Me too.
I left I was like, wow, man, I'm actually happy. But yeah,
do you think as a society do we put too much into movies? Like are we now movie are we just putting too much like that movies have to say a certain thing or movies have to be a certain thing rather than them just being entertainment?
Yeah, I feel like, man, people need to just kind of just relax and not put so much on everything. Nothing has to be perfect, you know?
Yeah, just take a breath.
Yeah. Yeah, I mean, shit, relax, you know?
I'll get this drawing looking way better, you know, but for the time that we have, I feel really good about it. I'm way stoked to get this drawing to you over the other one that you have. I'm happy with the other one that I did, but this one's going to have so much more detail in it.
I got one of your drawings framed over there on the other side of the studio.
Well, I appreciate it. You know, as well, I wear your art all the time. Yeah, and let me ask real quick: is that something that you really enjoy doing, like designing the album covers, and or also on top of that, do you have a design degree?
You know, I do not have a design degree. My wife went to FITM. She has a literal degree. I don't have a degree, but I did go to college. I took graphic design and illustration in college, and then kind of halfway through, I got invited to do an arena tour with Lowrider magazine, and I was young, and I was just like, fuck college, I'm gonna go on tour with fucking Lowrider magazine.
Yeah.
So I never went back, but yes, I definitely went to college I took illustration, graphic design, and broadcasting. Oh. Because I thought, like, man, maybe, you know, I could eventually fall back on a radio career back when there was radio.
When radio mattered.
yeah, you know. So I thought that was gonna be. So I was like, well, I like all three of these things, and then we'd like going on tour. We would screen print a lot of our own shirts. Mm-hmm. And then like the first screen printer out of like kind of the crew was Ash. And Ash is Slash's brother from Guns N' Roses.
Oh, wow.
And Ash owns Con Art. And Con Art did like the original Shapeshifter shirts, like all the old like CBS shit. So they would print a lot of that stuff, and then we would end up printing shit to go on tour. And then once in a while I'd print shit for other people, and you know, and then like sometimes in between projects or tours or whatever, I'd work at like screen print shops. So I've just been doing that shit for so long. I get something out of it.
Yeah. I mean, you're really good. You're real good at it. So you learned what you needed to learn though from the amount of time that you did go. Oh, for sure, man. A lot of times I'm printing too for clients that I don't post because they're not like music related. Like, you know, I print for a few companies right here that I even like do illustrations for them too, but it's like a ranch and it's like a school. So it's like, it really doesn't have nothing to do with the hip hop shit. So I kind of separate like that side of my business with all that stuff. Yeah. Yeah, you're really good. I'm a fan. Which would be a better movie to add to the list of movies to watch for Halloween? One Flew Over the Cuckoo's Nest or 1 Hour Photo? Is 1 Hour Photo, that's the one with Robin Williams? Yeah. Yeah, they're both dope. I haven't seen either one of those in a while. I remember though that 1 Hour Photo was pretty creepy. Yeah. Cuckoo's Nest is really good, but I would think that maybe you're on the right track there, because 1 Hour Photo is really weird. He's really good in that, but it's really kind of creepy. Dude, that's Cy the photo guy, man. Yeah. I like to end the episode with the arc of our discussion. At what age should you stop trick or treating? Yeah, I guess. Shit. I don't know, 13, 14. But then you could go back after you have kids. Yeah. Well, what's the etiquette, though, if someone does show up on your doorstep and they're like 18 or 17 and they're trick-or-treating?
And they're dressed up?
Yeah.
Oh, shit. What are they dressed up as?
Clowns.
No.
Probably
One of them's
clown.
a clown, yeah. One of them's a purge, dressed up as something from the movie The Purge. Someone else's scarecrow.
And then somebody else is just in a hoodie.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. Definitely some kid's just wearing a hoodie carrying a skateboard.
Right. Yeah, I'll give them candy.
Yeah. Because otherwise they're going to come back and egg your house.
Plus, I mean, they made an effort,
Yeah, that's true. That's true. You give a candy to everyone except for the kid in the hoodie.
Yeah.
And then you just tell him, do better next time, pal. And then he goes, wait, I'm dressed up as a skateboarder.
Right.
Well, hey, man, happy Halloween. I got a quick announcement for you, if you're willing to hear it. Oh, shit. Yo, quick announcement. The dish segment for this Halloween special is going to be pushed to next Wednesday. We tried to fit it in as one whole episode, but it was just too long. So Awol One's dish episode, where he answers his first, worst, and thirsts Halloween edition. So there are questions regarding Halloween and his experiences with Halloween. That's going to be that part 2 of this episode. That's going to drop next Wednesday. I think that's like November 6th or something like that. It'll be weird to be talking Halloween 6 days post, but you're just going to have to deal with it, man. Also, following next week's dish episode, our part 2 dish episodes will be moving to Friday nights of each episode week. So an episode will air on Wednesday, and then 2 days later on that Friday, the dish episode will drop for that week's episode. And we're doing that to make room for all these episodes that we have coming up. We've got a lot of episodes already recorded. Also, we got our 100th episode coming up in a couple of weeks with our mystery guest. All right, that's it. That's all the announcements I have. So happy Halloween, everyone. No, I don't look like this. This is my second Halloween costume of this episode. All right, Cloud dead. Now back to the episode. Well, this episode that you're watching, the Halloween special episode with Awol One. Here, let's just wrap it up. Peace. So, Awol, what we'll get you out of here. What's the next move for you personally or professionally?
Playing Thursday with Tumex. He's opening for Co-Defendants.
Oh, cool.
And then then in December it's Cloaks and Co-Defendants. And then you got a couple little tours for next year. And I'm just gonna be, kind of just do what I always do. I try not to go too hard. I just kind of take it as it comes,
And how was your Rhymefest experience?
Rhymefest was fun, man. I wish I got to see a couple of the homies' set, because you kind of get caught up at the booths and stuff. But yeah, dude, we had a lot of fun, and everybody on the bill, we've all known each other for decades. And it was then to meet you guys in person. I actually met a lot of people in person that day, which was really cool. So yeah, Rhymefest was really dope.
It seemed like a success. There was a lot of people there, and it seemed like everyone enjoyed themselves. What's the best way for people to stay informed with what you're up to? How do you prefer it?
Just Speakerface.Store. Yeah, I usually try to keep that updated, but yeah.
Okay. Thank you so much, Awol. It was a genuine pleasure having you back on with us.
Thank you, Ty. Thank you, Adrienne. Appreciate it.
Thank you. Thank you for the new album.
Yeah,
awesome.
Absolutely. Thank you for the new
album. I'll send you guys a vinyl. I'm making some cool shit. I'll send you guys both the package.
Well, thanks. We like to pay for everything, but we genuinely appreciate it. All right, man. Have a great rest of your night, and happy Halloween.
Yeah. Looking forward to seeing it. Bye.
Peace.
Frozen breath in the midnight tide.
All right, there you go. Wow, great. It's always a pleasure chatting with Awol One.
Yeah, lucky for the people who get to see the cloaks and the co-defendants at the same time.
At the same
That's
time,
fun.
and Tumax. Yeah. I hope he's doing well. I saw he had posted a lot. I didn't get to see what they were posting. It just came up today. Well, yeah, fantastic. Gosh dang, I could go on and on and on. I won't. I'll get us out of here. It's Halloween. We got to get ready for trick-or-treating and tomorrow. But I do want to say, I know I keep saying it, but seriously, Awol One was one of the first people that I was listening to since I'm, younger. I just love his music.
I know I'm pretty sure if I remember right, my brother was like, "Hey, can I borrow your truck?" Which I think was the 4Runner that I had.
Mm-hmm.
Remember?
Mm-hmm.
And I think him and Mikey.
Your brother and Mikey?
Yeah, took my truck, and I think Awol was in there in the CD player.
Awol was literally in the. No, I don't understand.
And I just remember them going like, "What are you listening to?"
Because that was not something that they would have listened to at the time.
He was kind of he was Nas and
yeah, you're talking about your brother listening to Nas and stuff like that. Yeah,
I'm sorry.
So it was quite interesting.
Yeah, so I guess they had a good mind-blowing experience from Awol. What was in my truck?
Yeah, good. You shared some great music to them on accident.
Yeah, that's a fun Awol memory for me.
Yeah, I have many, just many. I've told him Awol was one of the first guests a long time ago. Not one. He was it was like episode 6 or something. So maybe I could just quickly retell it. But there was a time I had been talking with this dude. Oh shit, Adrienne, I just lost his name. The guy I met in Austin. That was gonna bring Awol to the party. Minus. The rapper Minus, I met him in Austin a long time ago, and then they were on tour and they were coming to Utah. They were playing a show in Utah, and it was on my birthday, and I was having a birthday party. I didn't know Awol. I didn't even really know Minus. We had just met, and we had been kind of messing each other on Facebook. This was probably 20 years ago, 15 years ago. Anyway, Minus was like, "Yo, I'm on tour with Awol. We're in Salt Lake City. We're going to come by your birthday party." I was excited, but then nervous, and yeah, I don't know. It was cool.
You were excited. I think that was your sushi rolling party.
It was my sushi rolling party. I'm glad he didn't come because we drank 84 bottles of sake, bad sake, mind you, and I was probably quite hammered. I think I aggressived somebody that night who deserved it. All right. Thanks. Yep, there you go. Awol One. Happy Halloween, everybody. Before you opt to sign off, don't forget our episode's not completely over until you've heard Blackliq's last words. That's when the episode of DOD45 is over. I was doing an impersonation of Beetlejuice, but I can't even do it. Okay, here's the finished drawing. I hope you like it. It's all Tim Burton themed. It inspired me to do my ink Tibers this year. So I think Awol's really going to like this one. I'm really happy to be able to send it to him. It's a cool one. This one's going to be a print for people to collect. Huh?
Yeah, that's a good one.
Yeah. All right. It's got all the movies in there. It's got, what's her name? Queen of Hearts from Tim Burton's Alice in Wonderland, which wasn't my favorite movie, but she was the actress. I like that. There's got Beetlejuice up here. It's got Bob from the new Beetlejuice movie. He's also in the first Beetlejuice, but he was a main character in the new Beetlejuice movie. This is Large Marge from Pee-wee's Big Adventure. Most people don't remember that Tim Burton actually directed and produced that. And then here's Sally from Jack Skellington, right? Mm-hmm. Not Corpse Bride. I don't have anything from Corpse Bride in here. Oh, well, doesn't matter. And then this is Weird Girl from Frankenweenie and her cat. I can't remember the cat's name. And then Mars Attacks, and then Frankenweenie, and there you go. So cool. I like it. I like the design. Came up in about 2 a.m. All right. Here's my movie share for our Halloween episode. My movie share is the original Day of the Dead movie.
First came the night, then came the dawn. Now comes the most eagerly awaited day in horror film history. George A. Romero's Day of the Dead.
That's the third of George Romero's Dead movies, and it was released in 1985. And in my opinion, it's his best zombie movie. It's his best movie. He wanted to make a Gone with the Wind zombie film, but the budget cuts forced him to scale back the production. I think he released it independently, ended up shooting it for under $4 million. So he had to cut back, so he wasn't able to make this big grand movie. I'm kind of glad he didn't, because I really do love it. It grossed over $34 million worldwide. Roger Ebert did not like it when it first came out. In fact, it's considered George's least liked movie from fans. His least liked Dead movies. And I feel like all the people who rated that as being their least favorite, they're all idiots. Because in my book, like I said, it's his best. And potentially the only people who do have good taste in this world are the Gorillaz. Because their song M1A1 from their self-titled 2001 album samples the movie opening scene, the synthesizers in the opening of the movie. They sampled that and the cries of the dude saying, "Hello, is anybody there?" So great. M1N1. Also, additionally, the song Hip Albatross from the Gorillaz, that features a clip of Terry Alexander's dialogue from the movie, the Day of the Dead movie. And the artwork for the Gorillaz song November Has Come off of their 2005 album Demon Days. That has a picture of a calendar pinned to a brick wall set to the month of October with all the dates marked off in red X's. And that's a clear homage to Day of the Dead. So all those people who said
What's
George...
his name? Dan Ackerbach? Or from Gorillaz?
Blur?
Gorillaz?
He's got good taste? Yes, he likes... Yeah, he's got to. I think most people now, if you go back and go like, oh, that is really good. Roger Ebert didn't like the acting in it. He thought everyone was overacting. It was all yelling and stuff. There's a lot of yelling, but these people are at the end of the world. It's tense. And I don't know. There's a lot of stereotypes in it and stuff like that. Not racial stereotypes, but just... I don't know. It's my favorite. There you go. Boom. And the soundtrack's fantastic. So, and who's to question George Romero?
I don't know who he is.
Yeah, well, he did the Night of the Living Dead, Dawn of the Dead, Day of the Dead. They made a remake of Day of the Dead. Shit, that's all right. Okay, there you go. That's my movie share for the Halloween episode. Also, Tom Savini did the makeup effects for the movie. He was assisted by K&B Effects, which is Kurtzman, Nicotero, and Berger. It's now just Nicotero and Berger.
Howard?
Yeah, Howard Berger. Yes. And Adrienne says that easily remembers the name because Howard Berger was a guest on our show, on the DOD45 show. He's an Oscar winner. He's won an Oscar for Chronicles of Narnia. He was at the time assisting Tom Savini with special effects. They had a company called KMB. I wanted to be them so badly. I wanted to do that. So there you go. That's our link to Day of the Dead and Tom Savini. I've been trying to get Tom Savini to be on our show forever. At one time we were texting and he was interested, but or he said reach out to me through another avenue, through email. And anyway, all right, let's get this out of here.
That was
I'm
a
sorry.
better way to get rid of you.
Maybe it was. Oh shit, that sucks. No, but he likes to talk about his movies and stuff. He's super. He like spawned everyone's careers. He has a whole school.
Hey, I'm just joking.
But maybe he did. Contact me via email. No. So anyway, they're trapped in a missile silo. It's a small team of scientists, civilians, and trigger-happy soldiers. They battle each other. They're like apparently the last people on Earth. The rest are all zombies. It's super tense. It's super good. I love it. All right, Adrienne, do you have a song share? Day of the Dead, it's called. The original. It's got Bub. Some people say it's Bubba. Some people say it's Bud. I'm pretty sure his name's Bub. And he's a zombie that they're kind of training. They're training, like trying to get him to be human. Or like trying to potty train him. Sort of thing.
You take your ass home.
All right, get me out of here. What's your song
Okay,
share?
my song share is Remains by Hemlock Ernest. Left and Icky Reels featuring Elucid.
I ain't like the polish till it chipped off. Block silent, I heard a rat piss on cotton. Strewn trash out the project, no resource. Hack holes out the process. Sidestep, sense from nonsense, high concept. If I could just exist. Statistics, bondage, domination, sadistic. A grease fist, any whole USA.
It's pretty brand new, actually.
It's pretty brand new.
As we record this.
No, that's awesome. Cool. Here's my song share. My song share is
and it's not a Halloween.
But it sounds kind of like a Halloween.
Sounds it, but I didn't feel like it was.
Well, it doesn't have to be Halloween themed. It's just a Halloween episode. My song share is the song called "The Devil Came Up to Michigan."
He had some double mint gum, so he put it in his mouth. I guess he enjoyed the taste. But then he threw the gum wrapper in the devil's face, stepped back and hollered out, "Bang!"
Damn that DJ make. Damn that DJ make. Damn that DJ made my day like a bunch of.
By KMC Crew. I knew this song before I ever even heard of Charlie Daniels' original version, "The Devil Came Down to Georgia." That's how I used to break dance to it. I loved it. It was so good. KMC Crew was a group, a hip hop rap, R&B, whatever, from East Lansing.
Oh wow!
Yeah, and in 1990, that song was the number 46 on the Billboard Hot 100 singles. And the guy named The Butcher, he totally slays it on the cuts on that song. The scratching on the song is so great. And so basically, it's like Charlie Daniels coming up playing the fiddle, but this one they have a scratch off. Yeah, it's a great song. It's my pick because the devil is always synonymous with Halloween, of course. And then Ceschi Ramos, our man Ceschi Ramos, he's our guest song share guest for the DOD45 Loves playlist. Ceschi Ramos of Fake 4, his song share for this episode is a haunting song called "No More Sorry" by Bloody Valentine. Great song, great suggestion, great having Ceschi Ramos as part of our song share playlist. Thank you so much, Ceschi, for being part of it. And for all you people out there, subscribe to the DOD45 song share playlist on Spotify. It's called DOD45 LUVS, DOD45 Loves. You can subscribe to that, play that playlist anywhere, all over. But if you're enjoying it a lot and you like the artists in that, go buy their music. Go pay them money, buy their merch. Go to their live shows, do all that, support them so they can keep making good music. All right. Thanks a lot, Awol One, for joining us on the show. Be sure to pick up his music and merch at Speakerface.Store or at Speakerface.bandcamp.com. I think he'd probably prefer Speakerface.Store because all the revenue goes to him. He doesn't have to split that with Bandcamp. His new Halloween album out. It's called The Seventh is Made Up of Phantoms. Listen to it 7 times in a row to fully understand it. The makeup was getting on my nerves.
Okay.
That's too much. It's Halloween tomorrow, so happy Halloween, everybody. We'll be in Ocean Springs, Mississippi this weekend for the Peter Anderson Art Festival. Come see us down there Friday and Saturday. Thanks for watching. Oh, Adrienne, do you have final words or anything?
I'm hesitant, but I'm going to say it. I'm going to say, if you have a woman in your life that you admire, adore, love, or maybe a daughter, consider voting because their rights are already diminishing. And if you would like to not see them die because they've had a miscarriage or something and need emergency procedures done, consider voting. You might be able to help get their rights back.
Oh.
Because voting's like next week before our next episode.
It is.
Just
wow, look at Adrienne coming in with it.
Consider it.
Yeah.
That's all.
Coming in with it. I agree with Adrienne. But yeah, I won't. do what you do. People, enjoy your lives. But I don't know where I was going with that. I was just kind of caught me off guard there. Adrienne came in with actual final words.
I've been hesitant to say anything, but man, it really sucks. It sucks to have to worry about yourself. I'm at an age where I could probably, like, if I got pregnant, complications could probably be life-threatening. Mm-hmm. We have, we all know women and girls that we love, and girls eventually turn into women, eventually get pregnant, and one of our best friend's wives almost died because she had a miscarriage and was just bleeding out.
And because of some stupid...
So I'm just saying, like, if there are women in your lives who you love, think of them.
Yeah. There you go. Wow.
They may not get their rights back. We may not get our rights back, but you could try to help.
Wow, what a weird thing to have to suggest in 2024.
I know. Okay.
Wow, heavy duty stuff.
Sorry to bring it down.
Happy Halloween. Beetlejuice.
Nice fucking model.
I should have triple Beetlejuiced before you even got right into that.
I know, you can cut it.
Nope, it's staying. Yeah. I agree with you. I wholeheartedly agree with you.
There are things I don't agree with on both sides of the...
It's fine. Like you said, like you did to me. You don't have to explain yourself. It's a good thought. I agree. I do agree. Get out and vote. Thank you for watching our show. Thank you for supporting my art. Thanks from all of us here. I'd like to wish you happy drawing, happy conversing. Thanks for spending your evening with us. Please tell your friends and family about the DOD45 show. Please do. Please. And have yourself a terrific weekend. Have yourself a great time of Halloween. Be careful out there, everybody. That's episode end. Oh, share your costumes and stuff like that. I know I said that's us done, but share your costumes, share your discussions about Halloween with us. We'd like to hear them.
Share your candy.
Share your candy. That's episode end, and those are my final words. But now marinate on these last words.
Calm down.
From Blackliq.
You got any last words?
Yeah, I got some last words.
Any last words? I have a couple.
Yeah, that's the cool part about creating art. Shit just appears when you stop looking for it. For me, this is all about imperfection. Most of what I do is based on trying to come as close as possible, as language in itself is an approximate art form when applied to the descriptive of reality. I do my best to get out of my way so that I can come as close to the experience that I'm having as possible and get at the others. And most of the time, that's what we have to do as artists. We have to get out of our own way so that we can see how much is already right there. You don't have to look for more. We live in a world of abundance. And when you open your eyes and you open your creative lens, something special happens, yo.
Stop what you're doing and listen.
DOD45. Thank you for joining in on yet another episode of the DOD45 Show. Please hit the subscribe or follow button so that you never miss an episode. You can even go one step further by leaving us a review on the YouTube stream or on Spotify, Apple Podcast, or wherever it is that you stream our show from. You can find me at ArtByTai on all the socials or at ArtByTai.com. And if you'd like to follow the DOD45 Show on social media, we're at DOD45W on Instagram, or you can go over to our website at DOD45.com where you can shoot us an email, join our mailing list, and watch all of our past episodes. Consider joining us for a live chat on the YouTube premieres of episodes every Wednesday night at 8 p.m. Eastern. Peace.